Potatoes. Now, who doesn't like potatoes? It is one of those basic ingredients available around the world and in all cuisines. I simply love and adore potatoes. I'm going to show you my version, which will be a roast potato, which you can make at home in a very simple manner, add lots of flavors, and you can finish it on the oven. To start the dish off, you have to have the right kind of potatoes. Now, we have got spice here, which has got flavor, and we have got color. So I'm going to use red chili powder. You don't need to add too much. Literally 3/4 of a teaspoon is more than enough. Turmeric powder into the water. Just stir that in. Now, as you can see, the water has already become reddish and has a slight yellow tinge to it because of the turmeric. What I'm going to now add is something you should really try at home and you must follow, and that is baking soda. And I'm going to come to you as to why do you use baking soda. But again, not a large quantity, literally half a teaspoon is enough. The reason why we add the baking soda is because it takes out the pectin from the potatoes and brings the starch to the exterior of the potatoes. So in short, this jump starts the cooking process to caramelize or brown the potatoes on the outside and make it more crisp. The potatoes are now going to go in. Going to give it a stir. And we're going to bring it to a boil. I don't want to fully boil the potatoes, just want it 3/4 done. This will take approximately 7 to 8 minutes for it to be ready. So if you look at the potatoes, it's taken on the colors of the spices, the turmeric and the red chili. Potatoes are now going to go into the colander. It's going to drain out all the spiced water. And you can see the lovely color of the potatoes. It's got a very nice, bright, kind of a yellow color to it. Now there's one more tip which is very important. At this stage, what you have to do is you have to basically very violently shake the colander with the potatoes. What that does, it basically breaks out the exterior of the potatoes and forms like a paste or like a slurry. And that is like some kind of like a mashed potato, but just coats it very lightly on the potatoes. The colander goes into a bowl and back on the table. Okay, the potatoes are done. Now comes the second part of actually adding flavors into the potatoes. We're going to make it even more interesting. I have a roasting tray here. And all I'm going to do now is spoon the potatoes in the roasting tray. Oh, the lovely aromas of potatoes. This is really going to come out extremely well. In this, I'm now going to add garlic. It doesn't need to be really hot to start off, but a good generous amount of garlic. Just to sweat the garlic down, and you want the garlic to really become nice and golden and caramelized. What I'm doing here is I'm actually imparting a flavor into the oil. I'm going to add a little more oil. But what is going to happen here is the oil will pick up all the flavors of the garlic and it's going to transfer onto the potatoes. Just waiting for it to get nice and golden. This is almost done. I'm going to switch off the heat. I don't want to brown it entirely because I will be cooking them again in the oven. Now watch this trick. You pour the garlic and the oil through a strainer onto the potatoes directly. So here we have golden garlic, and because they've been cooked in the oil, they tend to become sweeter. Now all the garlic flavor in the oil is now gone on to the potatoes. I'm going to season that with, and all you do is gently fold in the potatoes with the salt and the oil. And you spread the potatoes very evenly onto the tray. Don't want them to stick together. You want them to have enough space for the heat of the oven to move around the potatoes. So what you will get is a very evenly coated or evenly cooked on the exterior. There we are. The potatoes are now ready to go into an oven. Always have your oven which is preheated, and this time it's going to go at 200 degrees centigrade or 400 degrees Fahrenheit in a convection oven. The potatoes should be ready by now. All you need is a good kitchen towel to get your hot tray out of the oven. Here we are, look at that. It's got a very nice golden crust to it. So 10 minutes works perfectly well. All you need now is a spatula, and you slightly loosen the potatoes and you flip them over. At this stage, I'm now going to add the garlic. Now, the garlic has been fried in oil. If I added the garlic earlier along with the potatoes, by now they would have literally got deep browning color, or rather overcooked. So once the potatoes are almost done, this is almost, I would say, 85% done, I now add all the garlic. And because I have loosened up the potatoes from the tray, it's very easy to move them around. So just make sure you toss your garlic with the potatoes. I'm also going to add a little salt at this stage. That's the salt. Very gently, just move the potatoes in the pan. 85% potatoes done. This needs to go back in the oven for literally 3 to 4 minutes just to ensure that the potatoes are fully cooked. So that's back in my preheated oven. And while my potatoes are going to finish off, I am now going to do my vegetables or my herbs for the garnish. I'm going to just slice some mint. And with a knife, all you do is just rock your knife on the leaf and you get very nice slices. Or you shred the mint leaves. It just opens it up. So we've done the mint leaves and the coriander. So for the coriander, use the stalks and the leaves which have been washed. Just shake off all the extra water. The stalks have a lot of flavor. The mint stalks are quite fibery and they become a bit bitter, so avoid the mint. Just use the leaves and not the stalks. But the coriander has got a lot of flavor on the stalks, and they give us a nice crunch and a nice bite. Then all you do is hold them in your fingers, and again, you do not go hard on the leaves, or you don't really press it down too hard. Very gently, you just let the knife do the work. You always resting your knife next to your finger and just slide your knife down, just lightly rock it. It doesn't have to be a very finely chopped coriander. A little bit of coarseness is perfectly acceptable. There we have. Herbs are extremely delicate, they're very aromatic. Never ever cook the herbs. So when you are serving your dish to your guests, either potatoes or vegetables or could be a grilled meat, you keep your herbs chopped and ready. You sprinkle it at the very last, lightly dress them up or toss them together, and you serve it to your guests. And that is it. And that is the best way to use herbs. So the potatoes should be done by now. I'm going to have a quick look. What I'm looking at here is basically the potatoes need to be nice and golden on the exterior, and the fluffy part has become nice and crisp. If I turn them around, I actually get to see that they're almost ready. This probably needs around 2 minutes more for it to be done, and then we can actually garnish our dish. So I've got my garnishes all set to go, and now I'm going to take off the potatoes. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, the smell absolutely gorgeous. Such a nice aroma. The garlic is still nice and golden. The potatoes are looking absolutely crisp. Perfectly done. At this stage, and I'm going to add my final spice, which is my garam masala powder. So literally at a certain height, because you want it to spread very evenly. So you sprinkle the garam masala. Now I've already used turmeric powder and I use red chili powder to flavor the potatoes, and that's already there. But the garam masala is an aromatic spice. It does not need to cook because it is already a pre-cooked spice. It's more for the flavor and for the last aroma for the dish. So it needs just a little gentle sprinkling on top. What I'm also going to do is going to put some lemon juice. And as soon as the lemon juice hits the potatoes and the hot pan, it begins to sizzle. It gives a very nice flavor. So when you eat them, you get a very nice kind of a citric freshness to your palate, and it makes you want to eat more. Potatoes done. I'm going to lightly move them with my spoon this time. And you can see they have cooked. And once they're cooked, they become a bit lighter. But what you have is the wonderful golden potatoes. At this stage goes in the herbs. The first thing to go is shredded mint leaves and coriander. So chop coriander leaves on the potatoes. I just love coriander. Now again, if you want to add any other herb like a thyme, you can use thyme. A little gentle toss. So all I'm doing is now just mixing the herbs, the garlic and the garam masala with the potatoes. It just mashes in your fingers, and still the outside is nice and crisp. Oh man, this is absolutely heaven. Food to die for. A very nice undertone of the citric of the lemon, the softness of the creamy, rich potatoes, the crisp exterior, and the wonderfully fresh mint and coriander. You can't get better than that.